Here we have a slightly used 2025 Corvette Z06. This one comes in the 1LZ trim level. Competition yellow tint coat is the paint. And then we have jet black leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 5.5 liter flat plane crank, naturally aspirated V8, made it to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. And I do love this competition yellow. I think it's the best color on the Corvette, honestly. It's just my opinion, but I love it. Now down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 20-inch Forged wheels, like that design there. Now we do get past the keyless entry. And then in the door panel here, one-touch up and down windows, power mirror controls. And then down here, this is how we release the door, power door locks. And then we have the back trunk, front trunk there. If you ever don't have power in the vehicle and this doesn't work for whatever reason, you can just pull up here and this will manually open the door right in here. Heads-up display controls, electronic parking brake. Here's a look at the pedals. Power tilt telescoping steering wheel. And here's the power driver's seat here. Now I do want to give a huge thanks to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro and Auto Pro Nashville for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, new, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Or hit that third link if you want to find one pre-owned, but pretty good price here to have the miles that it has, and it's basically still new. So there's that 5.5 V8. Now this exhaust I really like. It's just got a nice aggressive sound to it. And when you put your foot down on the road, it gives Ferrari a run for its money, I think. And then here's our power front passenger seat. Glove compartment right there. And I did forget to mention, you do get a Bose sound system standard here as well. But here's the sticker price. And y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. And as we come back around to the front, there's the front trunk there. Not too much space, but enough for what you'll be using this for if you ever take it out. Now before we hop in the driver's seat, just a quick look at the blinkers. We get them in the side mirrors. And then up front. Let's go ahead and hop in here. I'm gonna scoot it up a little bit because these trees are scaring me. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. All right, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Now over here to the radio, we do get that newer Google Assistant system here. So AM, FM, and then on top of that, we have XM, Bluetooth, Google News, Google Podcasts, Alexa, and then that wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. Now with this Google Assistant system, we do have access to the Play Store, Google Maps, and then your settings here. If you want to go to your vehicle settings, you can change your teen driver, buckle to drive, all that there. If you scroll down to your system settings, you can change your language right in here. And then if you're climate controlled, again, dual zone automatic climate control, you can either use the screen here or you have switches and buttons down here in the middle. The bottle holders there, traction control. And then home button here, which is nice if you don't want to use a touchscreen for that for whatever reason. And then your camera, you do get a backup camera, which is nice. You can turn those guidelines on or off there. And then for the shifter, it's all kind of switches again. So park, reverse, neutral, drive, manual mode. You can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to go through those 8 gears. And then your drive modes are right in here. So you can see you'll get an animation here, as well as you get a little bit on the gauge cluster there. So it's pretty neat. I like being able to go through all those. You can figure that track, sport, tour. Then you have that My mode there as well on top of the weather condition. Center console cubby space. You got a USB-C, USB-A input there. And then you do have a removable top if you want to take that off. You just hit these here, or pull those, and then push that in right there. And a little storage compartment here if you want to use that. Your hazards right here, lane keeping system, you can toggle that, and then you have your OnStar there. Rear camera mirror. I like that we get this with the 1LZ too. That's pretty nice. And we can adjust the settings here when you hit that. And then you have some beautiful vanity mirrors here, very small. And then left side stalk, blinkers. And then you have your low beams here. You can flash the high beams. And then you have your windshield wipers over here. So one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here. Pull up here for the front fluid. Love the paddles here. Those are very nice. They feel nice and connected too. They don't feel flimsy. Now here, cruise control. Turn that on or off. Cancel, set your speed. And then your forward collision alert gap adjust is there. And you can go through your favorites, the radio station presets, track list, all of that there. And then volume down, up. And then you have the Z mode here. So you can kind of see when that's activated, what's going on. So it's pretty nice. And then mute, voice recognition. And then this scroll bar, these arrows help you go, excuse me, help you go through this middle part of the gauge cluster, or that right side, if you will. And you can scroll through the sub menus. It's pretty neat actually. And I like that it's kind of off to the side, but it has a lot of information, but it also doesn't feel overwhelming. And then if you are in the options, you can go down to your units of measurement, change those. And then your heads-up display, see if I can get in there. It doesn't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking it up, but different views there. Actually pretty neat. And then push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Z06 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Z06, might have to yell quite a bit over this very, very loud and very close engine here. I really like just how the car drives in general, but you know, it can be quite a bit, specifically in the Z mode. But you know, you put it into tour mode, you put it in the weather mode, and it's pretty doable. It's very, you know, it's still relatively stiff, but much more quiet. You start putting the sport mode, track mode, Z mode, all of that, and it gets loud. But you get the best of both worlds here. If you have the money to buy something like this, it does have quite a bit of, I guess, depth to it. So if you want a sports car, you have that. If you want a track monster, you have that. And then if you want a, you know, a touring car, you still have that as well. Now the tires are relatively loud on this pavement. This is a sports car, it's not an SUV. You're very low to the ground here. So you're gonna hear and feel everything, which is, I feel like, what you want out of a car like this. And that's why a lot of people buy the Corvettes. They like just how they sit, how they drive. Still relatively comfortable, but fast, just very fast. Now this new infotainment system, it's good. I like the older screen better. I mean, all of GM's Android screens, I'm just not feeling them because I don't like Android. I'm an iPhone person, but that's really all that I have to say about it. I'm not really complaining, except, again, I'm just an iPhone person. I prefer iPhone. I prefer the older Q systems from Cadillac, the older radio screen. So again, that's just my personal preference. But overall, pretty easy to drive. You're just out here cruising around. See, I got one hand on the steering wheel, I'm just chilling. So that's another good thing about this car. If you wanted to daily drive it, you could. Now, how long those trips would be, it depends on your back. Put it into the sport mode because that's about all I'll need, and we're gonna give it a little pull here. Trying to get out of this bad terrain here. Here we go. She's quick. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of trouble there driving through that snow, but that's why traction control is imperative. Now, I want to give another big thanks to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro and Auto Pro Nashville for allowing me to review this Z06 today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below for a new one, or third link down below for a pre-owned one. And I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle or pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. Now, I've driven a 23 Z06 and I was actually able to really put my foot down. It was warmer outside. The terrain was better in terms of the paved road. And then you didn't have snow and ice still kind of melting there, so that just felt insane. But still, with how these cars are made, very easy to keep control of. The car lets you know when it starts losing traction, things of that nature. And I kind of wanted to show that off because another thing about these is people get so afraid of them because of the power. But today's technology, it's not like driving a 60 Chevelle or something like that, where if you hit anything, a bump or whatever, you can lose control of the car. These cars are very, very ready for you to drive them to their breaking point for the most part. And a lot of the times these systems are so good, when you have issues, so cars run into trees or whatever, people either take their traction control off or they don't trust their traction control enough to do what it's supposed to do. That's why I always tell people, you know, with modern cars today, with traction control, stability control, the worst thing you can do is panic. The car is going to take care of you. Oh, that exhaust is something. I could run this thing all day. The sound you get, just the pulls are fantastic, and you're really feeling this car pull as you're giving it throttle. It's incredible. But I mean, a really good car in general as well. I mean, the driving dynamics are really good. You go from tour to sport, you can kind of feel that change. The shifts, you know, not a lot of hesitation there. It's just an overall fun, fast car. And I feel like these will hold better long-term than a Ferrari or Lamborghini in terms of just maintenance, in terms of overall reliability, because there's really not that much into it. It's not a lot of crazy stuff, but it's still, the Z06 feels like a 458 in a sense. Just naturally aspirated awesomeness. And then you go up to the ZR1 and, you know, I don't know if I don't know if I'll ever be able to drive one of those, at least in the near future, but I might get lucky. But again, a great car, fun car, fast car, and, you know, it does most of the talking. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Corvette Z06 1LZ.